So is cholesterol good or bad? That's not a straightforward question to answer. It's not black or white. There are shades of gray, and it's a little complicated to answer. But if you stick with me to the end, I promise we'll be able to figure this out together. Today we're going to be talking about some misconceptions about cholesterol, some myths, and we'll try to debunk some of them. Welcome back to Dr. Daga Says. My name is Dr. Era Maululu Dagadu, and you can call me Dr. Daga. Myth number 1. Cholesterol is not really a problem for children. Alright, here's the deal. So there's such a thing called familial hypercholesterolemia. That's a big fancy word, I know, but it just simply means that cholesterol problems can be inherited familially, if that's a word. So yeah, and this familial hypercholesterolemia can actually present in childhood. So this statement saying cholesterol is not a problem for children isn't entirely true. So if you are unfortunate and you picked or pulled the short straw regarding the bad cholesterol genes, I guess you have to start your healthy lifestyle and healthy diet very early on in life. And if you have it and you have some children, better keep an eye on their cholesterol levels. I mean, it's never too early to start healthy lifestyle, healthy diet, and exercise and all that jazz. Misconception number 2: thin people don't have high cholesterol. Now let's try to understand this very well. We know cholesterol is a kind of fat, right? But there's a difference between adipose tissue and cholesterol. Adipose tissue is what deposits under the skin and around the organs and all that we can visibly see with our eyes. When you kill an animal and eat the meat, you can see the fat sizzling and all. That is adipose tissue. That's different from cholesterol. The cholesterol we are worried about here is the one that goes through your blood vessels, the one we can't see with our naked eyes. Well, unless maybe it gets so bad that it forms plaques and starts to block your blood vessels. So you could have someone as skinny as myself with cholesterol very high, and someone who may be visibly overweight with pretty normal levels of cholesterol. That shouldn't be surprising because adipose tissue is not the cholesterol we are talking about. Although by and large, most of the time, people who are obese would invariably have high cholesterol levels, but the two are not mutually exclusive. Misconception number 3: only men need to worry about cholesterol levels. Well, I mean, it's true that women who are in their reproductive age, who are still ovulating and have normal levels of estrogen are kind of protected against atherosclerotic plaques and coronary artery diseases and all those things that comes with high cholesterol levels. That's true. But there's a thing called menopause where your estrogen levels will start to drop and then your risk will become just like the risk of the man. Even currently, research is telling us that cardiovascular disease is the highest killer even among women. So the fact that you're a woman doesn't mean you're out of the woods. You still have to get your cholesterol levels checked, keep a mindful, watchful eye on it, and continue living an active lifestyle and eating a healthy diet, and you should be fine. Misconception number 4: diet and physical activity dictates your cholesterol levels. Sure, how much you eat, what you eat, and how much you move plays a very important role when it comes to your cholesterol levels, but that's not the entire story. If you were listening to me from the beginning, you remember I mentioned something called familial hypercholesterolemia. That's something in your genetics. As you age, your risk of high cholesterol also goes up, and your weight also plays a role. So regardless of your lifestyle, whether you are running a marathon or you are a vegetarian or whatever it may be, you should still keep an eye on your cholesterol levels because there are certain factors that may be out of your control that could cause your cholesterol levels to go up, like your genetics, like your age. Those things are not in your control, but that doesn't mean you should stop living that healthy life that you are always living. Misconception number 5: all cholesterol is bad cholesterol. So when we go deeper into the literature, deeper into the science, we'll come across certain terms like HDL, that's high density lipoprotein, LDL, low density lipoprotein, triglycerides, and so on and so forth. LDL is commonly called bad cholesterol. HDL is commonly called good cholesterol. So there and then we find out that that argument falls flat. LDL really is the one that deposits in the peripheral blood vessels and causes plaque formation, and what would block the blood vessels, eventually causing all those problems like heart attacks and the peripheral artery diseases and all that. HDL, on the other hand, works by mopping up the cholesterol that is in the peripheries and takes it back to the liver for processing. So whilst LDL is increasing peripheral cholesterol, HDL is trying to reduce peripheral cholesterol. That's why HDL is good cholesterol and LDL is bad cholesterol. So that's why I said answering the question, is cholesterol bad or good, is a little complicated because there are types and there are some that we require in different amounts. Cholesterol is important in brain function. It's important in the production of certain hormones in our body, and so it can't entirely be bad, right? Are there any more myths about cholesterol that you've heard of that I've not mentioned? Kindly mention them in the chats. Let's see if we can get to the bottom of this topic together. I want to hear your thoughts, and if you found value from this video, if you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share to someone who needs to see this and who needs to hear this, and I'll see you in the next video.